Hi everyone, Alchemist here. In this video, I'm going to talk about protection, and I'm going to do a ritual for protection. Protection from evil energy, from evil vibes, from anything that's bad, that's going to harm you in the future or affect your life. This is something that a lot of people overlook or don't pay attention to. But energy is real. It is a true thing. And most of you watching this video know this already. So, because this energy is real, that means it can be used to harm. Sometimes people use it unintentionally. And sometimes people use it intentionally to harm you, to hex you. And unfortunately, that energy, when it's cast upon you from someone else, it's gonna cause you harm. It's gonna cause you harm if you're not strong, if you're not protected, if your energy is not powerful. And that's why I always say embrace your darkness, because usually the darkness will absorb the negative energy. It will absorb it. Which is actually, a lot of people don't know this, but the more you use your dark energy, the more you have this power inside of you, this confidence, this attitude, that this energy that you harness from the underworld, which makes you feel invincible. And it might sound cocky at times, but it's not. The more you have that energy, nothing can affect you, because you can brush it off very easily. But for the people who are not like that, for the people who can't embrace that dark energy, then you're at risk. You're at risk of being harmed. Maybe sometimes throughout the day you're doing something and some accident might happen. Maybe you're gonna drop something and hurt one of your body parts. Maybe something's gonna happen to your loved ones. It could come in all shapes and forms. So to protect yourself, and you want to be protected at all times, the first thing I want to highly recommend you to use is tools. These tools can be objects, they can be accessories, they can be anything that you cherish, anything that you love, anything that can absorb the energy. Believe it or not, and alchemists believe this, in alchemy everything is alive. Everything is alive. Even this shell is alive. Even this stick is alive. We perceive things that are alive just as living beings or plants or animals or insects. But what if I told you this object is alive and it holds energy, and it can also cast energy? It can do all of the things that I just mentioned. Even though it looks like just an object that doesn't serve any purpose or it doesn't move, but it can actually protect you if you believe in it. One thing that's very important is believe. You have to believe that the object that you cherish, that you love, will protect you. You have to believe that, because at the end of the day, the first Hermetic principle, mentalism, you create everything with your mind. That means that you have to believe from your mind that the tool you're using will protect you. Tools are just extensions of our consciousness. The masters don't need tools. They don't need tools. When you're the ultimate master, you don't need any tool, because the perfect tool you have is your body, it's your human body. This is the best tool that we have. This protects us already, if we know how to use it properly. But throughout millennia and generations and thousands of years, humanity in general, unfortunately lost the ability to use their body as a tool for protection and for magic. So what can we do until we gain that power back? We can use objects. We can use objects that can protect us. And that's why many times and I've had this first-hand experience, you hear objects that are haunted, or furniture that's haunted, or like it could be literally anything. It could be even a book that's haunted. Why? Because it holds energy. It holds energy of spirit. Some spirit can be attached to it. So I highly recommend you to use any of these tools. I love to use jewelry. These big statement jewelry, they're huge. They draw the attention. I charge them with my energy, with my positive energy. The ring somewhere in here. So every time, and it's usually these, I'm wearing a lot of things that have centers, like this part, this one here. These rings, the Ring of Solomon, which I'm gonna get back to in another video, because this is very important. This ring with the big rock here, the dragon here. This again, if you see the similarity here, there's a center here. Here again, there's a center, there's an eye, and here there's an eye. Here there's a center again, the flower of life. The flower of life is an amazing tool for protection. Not only I have it on the necklace, I have it tattooed on me. This is a sigil for protection. It's not just a tattoo for decoration. It's a sigil for protection and for charging my energy too. Here again, center, there's another eye here. So everywhere you look, I'm surrounded by these pieces that have eyes into them, that have these centers into them. And why? It's because when someone is trying to hex me, when someone is sending me negative energy, because either they're jealous or either they don't want me to have what I have, that energy gets sucked up and absorbed by this jewelry. And this jewelry, the amazing thing about it is that when they absorb this energy, it doesn't inflict you, it doesn't come to you. It stays there. It stays there. So over time, these jewelry becomes so powerful because you can use them for rituals and you can use them to cast energy as well. That's why in ancient Eastern traditions, when a jewelry is passed on to a family member or to someone you know, this jewelry can actually protect you even though it's just an object. So after wearing this for 200 years, if I wear this for 200 years and I give it to someone that's very important to me after those 200 years, and if they wear this, it's gonna have the energy of me wearing it for 200 years. So when they wear it, it's gonna protect them as well. And if you use it in a ritual, it's gonna also work because it holds my energy. So this is how these pieces work, and that's how objects sometimes end up being haunted as well, because some spirits, the more tarot readings I do, the more rituals I do, spirits that are either passing by or that live around might get attached to one object. As we're talking right now, maybe a spirit decides to get attached to this object, and everywhere I take it with me around the world, the spirit will be here always. And I used to own furniture that was haunted because it was antique, and I used to own it and it was haunted, and I even talked to the spirits there, and it's a true thing. It's true, it's real, and we all have these objects. We're just not aware of them. But the more your third eye is open, the more aware about this, you're gonna know eventually which object you have that's haunted. You will probably know it if you're aware of it. So again, these pieces of jewelry are all amazing. These objects they can have a special meaning to you. This eye, that's beautiful eye that absorbs everything that's evil. Anything that's evil, it can absorb it. And you choose to believe the bigger the eye is, the more it's going to absorb. For me, this is enough because, again, it's all belief. It's all in what you believe in. And it's fine. If you believe that a bigger eye is going to protect you, get a bigger eye. If you believe that a smaller piece will protect you better, get a smaller piece. Again, there's no rule or regulation for this. Make your own rule and regulation. You can make your own because you're the creator of your own reality. And this beautiful Baron mask square, every time I read tarot, I put my tarot cards in here because every time I put the cards, any negative energy that's even coming from the viewers, because time doesn't exist, space doesn't exist, gets absorbed inside the barong mouth. This barong, I got it from Bali. I resonated. He's one of the gods in the Balinesian island, and he's actually the god of spirits, of good spirits. And I even have his ring here, right here as well. So this is the mask, and this is the ring of barong. And in Bali, he's the god of the spirits. And I have another episode here called Gods and Goddesses of Bali. Feel free to see it, and you're gonna learn about barong, this awesome spirit god. And I also use him for protection as well. So you have to always surround yourself with these elements that will eventually protect you, that will intimidate people. Because sometimes people want to give you to get you harm, but when they see that you're surrounded with these elements, they kind of back off. Subconsciously, they might not even think about it, but they might say, whoa, all right, I don't know, something's off here, but I'm just gonna move away, and whatever negative energy they were planning to give you, it disappears. And if you're not protected, for people who are not protected, you know what? Think of yourself as not wearing a shield. You're not wearing an armor, you're not wearing a shield that's gonna protect you. So when someone is attacking you with a sword or with a spear, and you don't have a shield or you don't have an armor, guess what? It's gonna stab you and you're gonna die. It's gonna harm you. It works the same for this spiritual tools. It works exactly the same. I know a lot of people love crystals, but don't get me wrong. This is one of my favorite crystals, this selenite here. I've been having this for how long now? Like maybe 5 years. It's one of the few crystals that I still have, because I used to have a huge collection of crystals. Huge collection of crystals. Big, small. But for right now, this is the main one that I carry with me, because I prefer, I shifted the energy of my tools, because whatever, I used to have a different set of tools in the past, and I decided to just change the energy because I felt that it became stagnant at some point. And I invite you to do the same. If you have certain tools that you use and you feel like they're not working anymore, or even though you charge them with your energy, if they don't resonate anymore, it's fine. Either give them away to someone else who you think they might use them in the future, give them to someone else, gift them to someone else, because after all, your energy is in that tool. Or just discard it, just donate it. And if it's crystal, take it back to nature. And get yourself new tools that will protect you, something that resonates. And I always say this, never think about where you're gonna get the tools. For example, after you see this video, you might think, oh my God, I have to go shop for something new for protection. Either a crystal, or a piece of jewelry, or a statue, or a candle. Candles are amazing tools as well. I gotta go shop. That's not how it works. You're not gonna go shop for tools. Tools will find you. Tools will find you. You're gonna be walking unexpectedly to go meet a friend, or to go buy groceries, and something will be aligned with your way. It's gonna be either at a store, at a random store, or at a stand somewhere, and it's gonna speak to you, and it's gonna be like, and you're gonna look at it, and you can't get your eyes off it, and that's the tool for you. That's what happened with pretty much every single thing here. I never went shopping for tools. These tools were on my way. I never went shopping for any of this stuff. All of it came to me. And that's how it works. That's how you know it's the right tools to use. This is a compass that I carry with me all the time. And I didn't even shop this. This was a gift. This was a gift from a random person, believe it or not. But yeah, you know when things are meant to be, because sometimes these things that they might not come even from loved ones. Maybe it's not even your family. This came from a random guy who was a friend of a friend. and this was just a gift. I think it was, I don't remember, was it Christmas time? It was a long time ago. It was Christmas or some event. And he's just like, just have this. And I'm like, wow, this is really cool. And it's been with me since. And this person, believe it or not, who gave it to me, I don't even probably remember what their last name is. It's just a random person. So it's not about who gives you the gift, or sorry, who gives you the tool. It's about the resonance. One last example, which is unbelievable, is this deck here. I didn't buy this deck. This deck was given to me. It was the first deck that was ever came to my attention. Before I had any deck, this was the first deck I had. Why? Because it was given to me by a person that I used to work with years ago. And I kid you not, I'm not even friends with this person. I'm not even friends or close to this person or friends. This person literally just gave me the deck. And that's how it works. When people give you things so randomly and you don't even know these people, because the universe speaks in mysterious ways. The universe speaks in mysterious ways, and the more the random the thing is, the more it's meant to be. And to end this video, I'm gonna pull one card for you and burn for you some of this beautiful incense, and I'm gonna put some good intention in there for protection. So one card. That's what you get today. One card. Nice. The Knight of Wands. So what do the knights do? Knights are warriors, they're protectors. Knights, out of all the cards in the tarot, if anything, knights are the ones who knows how to protect themselves. And this is in harmony and correlation with this information that I just gave you. Confirmation. Thank you, Spirit, for this confirmation. So, knights are the best protectors because they are knights, they're soldiers, they're warriors. They know how they perfect the arts of war, of defense. They know it. So the message here, protect yourself. And again, I'm not gonna give you any rules or any way to do it, or don't get caught up into the details of what it should be and how it should be. Let it come to you. Let it speak to you. Your tool will come to you at the right time. Don't look for it. It'll come to you, but set the intention that you want it. Set the intention that you want it first, and it'll come to you. And lastly, I want you to focus on this smoke, and as you focus on it, it's gonna give you protection, and it's gonna remove any harmful, negative energy that you have around you. It's gonna remove it as you focus on the smoke. As you focus on the smoke, and gone. All right, the energy is gone. The bad energy, the bad whatever you had that was causing you negativity, external negativity, is gone. But this is just for now. It's not forever, because energy can change, and especially if you don't believe that it's doing the job, but if you believe that it's doing the job, it's gonna work. So I hope this removes the negativity around you. I hope this helps so you can know how to protect yourself, because it's very important. And I hope that this video helped in general, and I'll see you in the next video.